Hello everyone, it's Sunday and futures are going to open in about 20 minutes. I wanted to do this video before that as a way to kind of make my plans and establish what my ideas are before I start seeing the price action. And that way I can kind of see what I'm looking for the week. So off we go. First thing is I got a bullish trigger on ES or SPX last week. Friday, and I've talked about this before where I had this red level here, 69.16. Try one, try two, try three, breakthrough, retest, off to the races. That's as bullish as it gets for me. So two options for the long here. You can either do the daily or the weekly. So you can do your stop below previous week's low here, which I wouldn't even mind doing because that also is in line with this diagonal. Or you could do stop below that week's low. But for something like SPX and this kind of a trigger, this is just a continuation trigger, right? So it's the same kind of one that we get. Zoom. Be the same kind of one that we get here, where you could see some upside here, or here, or here. It's different than this one, but closer to this one. Yeah, so it's when we just continue on. Macro wise, they're running it as hot as it gets, so that lines up too. Let's see what's next here. NDQ, same thing. I got a long trigger, and so I'll be taking. I actually took this, and first target is up. Well, target is up. First target is here, but yeah, clean breakout of this trend line, this kind of bull flag, and so off we go. I was thinking bear, like I thought we might test these lows again, and we didn't. And I didn't take any positions, so now this is my first position. And of course it can still go down or whatever, but that's what it does. So my long is somewhere around here. I'll have my stop around there and target somewhere up there. So that's what I'm thinking for ES and SPX. Now on an individual level, things are a little bit different. So I'll do TLT in those after, but let's go to, I haven't even looked at the individual stocks yet. UNH looks good. We actually closed, there's kind of this SR here, and we closed above it. So this is really bullish. You could actually add here. It looks really good. I mean, I added here, but you could add here. You're looking for basically this. So that looks good. I don't know if I will add. That's a good one. NVIDIA is doing exactly what we thought. Going up. It's actually, this kind of is deviating a bit. But if you look, it's actually in line with these levels here. So still nothing crazy. This is actually bearish. All these wicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 wicks into supply, and it just couldn't break through. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a retest of these levels this week on NVIDIA, which is actually bearish indices, but it still has, this is still at support. So this can still hold, and it can kind of make up its mind and still go higher. But this is if you're bullish in general NVIDIA, this is where you buy because you have an amazing RR. And if you're bullish, you're waiting for, and if you're bearish, you're waiting for a drop below this level, and that'll offer a really nice setup. Your stop would be basically here. So yeah, in Meta, we were looking for the breakthrough this diagonal, and it just hasn't given it yet. RSI rolled over, so it could go down. I mean, this isn't overly bullish. Look at Tesla. Tesla's doing what I thought. I mean, just doing it. See? Amazon, this is bullish. This is really bullish. So let's see. Here's the range here. I'll make it orange. And so first target for a breakout like this would be up here. So if you went long Amazon, you're targeting 267, and then long term you're targeting let's see. Range you're looking for way up here. 300s. Long term. You're bullish Amazon. But yeah, lows held, and then rejection, continued consolidation, upward pressure, breakthrough again. That's really bullish. The stock has momentum currently. So we'll see where that ends up. That's going to be one to watch. That'll help the indices too, so that lines up. Actually, if we see, we have a really clean trend line there. I wonder if this lines up underneath. A little bit. A little bit. So we could actually see this, which would make a lot of sense. But who knows? Okay, so there's Amazon, Google. Oh, wow, it broke through this week. Continuation pattern on Google. I'm not trading any. But yeah, elevator up. I mean, this is crazy. Apple. Ooh, the opposite. Apple's a bit bearish. So we'd be looking for this on Apple. Microsoft consolidating, but we have really clean double top here. To be fair, though, these lows have held. So you could go long, but it's short term. And until this breaks out, we don't know what's going to happen. ABGO. Oh, I have my paper long here. Still going strong. Higher low. So yeah, wait and see. TELUS is going very well. We're in the money. Not much more to say there. Nike, same thing. Nike, I'm watching for, and we kind of got it actually, but I'm looking for a more precise, like something like this would be great. Essentially, we want to close above this trend line more. Because we did, but it's nice to have a little bit more on it. Baba. Baba came really close to my stop, but I actually put my stop a little lower. And I did that because technically this could retest this lower this here. And it would still be fine. So I'll probably let this wiggle a bit more. Because all these closes above the trend line is actually really bullish. Same with the RSI. RSI turning over. And look at this. That's awesome. So this is looking really good. Netflix, I took. Got stopped out. Palantir's paper. Doesn't really matter. Air Canada's holding. And is there any... Oh, Toyota's doing really well. Toyota's heading to target. So this I actually put in my trading journal as a example of a range breakout. Okay. So that's it for some individual stock picks. Let's look at bonds. So TLT. It's really starting to gain some steam. If we look at the daily RSI, really bullish. And we're starting to consolidate, which is what we want to see, or at least a test of this diagonal. So there's two different trend lines here that I'm kind of looking for. So there's that one, and then there's this one. And this one is a head and shoulders. And the target for the head and shoulders is like ish. It's basically this move. So this zone will be the target, which we've touched. We haven't gone into, so we haven't spiked, but we're kind of there. So if this reclaims, I would look at this very bullishly. And then these look really good here. Be taken out. Especially with the RSI coiling like this. I mean, this looks really, really good. Yeah, reclaim this. But I'm not taking out. It could still test these lows. But it does look really good. And then essentially, like if you're looking for longs, there's a trend line here, which isn't the strongest. And then there's this trend line here, which isn't the strongest, but yeah, it's looking really good. I like the levels more. Also this trend line, which is I think where I got this. So yeah, and then let's look at yields. USD Canadian went perfectly. We bounced off this low and we're ready to go back up. We've also reclaimed this SR, which is huge. Yeah, this looks great. Let's look at Euro Canadian. Oh, this looks ready to go too. I mean, this is such a nice setup to have because you break out above, you can just hit it right away and put your stop below here, and then you can target guys. And that's because of the long-term context. But yeah, might be buying some euros. GBP, same thing. I mean, it's on the breakout. We'll see what happens. Canada JPY starting to finally do its pullback situation. Where's JXY? Oof. It's crazy because Japan's been raising their rates like crazy. But I guess it's priced in. DXY. Oh, look at that. It went right to my bounce area. So I'm still expecting this to go down. But this was right in my bounce area, so now we're looking for a trigger for it to continue. Basically how we play that. Okay, let's move along. Natural gas, stop me out. Savage, 8% candle. But now at these lows. And that is the last long on the chart. I longed here, got stopped out. I longed here, got stopped out. So I'd try it one more time. Simply because the reward for it's pretty high. And then after that, we're honestly looking at a bearish scenario where we're looking at this and down. The fundamentals don't support that, but price will do whatever it wants. So yeah, I would probably look to long natural gas here one more time in this area. And I would kind of treat it as like buy zone. Yeah, wide stop, small size. Oil, on the other hand, looks phenomenal. So we retested the lows one more time, and then we broke above the trend line and closed above the trend line. And a lot of this is probably news driven, like with Iran and everything. But from a chart perspective, I mean, this looks great. We've been long oil for a while. We'll just see what happens. A lot of these commodities are just ripping. Like, look at aluminum. Nickel is going now. Copper. Yeah, like these have... Nickel actually has a long way to go. But, yeah, so lots of interesting things going on. Let's just do Bitcoin. Lastly, so... let's see. I took a short from around 92.7, and I've talked about this a lot. So this is the short, something like this. And once we hit, I think maybe it was in a different, channel. Let me pull it up. This is going to be a little bit longer video than. Where's my trend line? I don't know where it is. Very annoying. Whatever. Go back to here. Oh, maybe it's on a different chart. There. That makes more sense. So I have this as an SR level, support resistance level. And I got that from the wicks, right? So every time it wicked down, it bounced up. Every time it wicked in, it bounced down, up. So this was my first target area. And we hit it. And so I closed my shorts I moved my stops. And then once I saw this consolidation or whatever, I closed my shorts. And now I'm long because I liked this reaction. This is a good reaction to me. And I am getting a bit in the weeds on this one, so I just did small size, whatever. Stop below here, around here. I might be a little bit higher, maybe here. And I'm just targeting these highs. So it's a pretty good little setup. And then if we break below, I know, okay, we break below, we're headed down to here. But other than that, plan remains the same. This is more just kind of scalping stuff. This is the range. Once we break out of here, then I'll know where we're going. Ether, I didn't take anything. This is actually bearish. I haven't even looked at this chart yet. This is bearish. Oops. We didn't get up above here, so reject. We're looking for it to come down. And the trigger would be, I mean, this is weekend, so it doesn't really count, but the trigger would be a break below this diagonal. Alternatively, we can compress up, like if Bitcoin behaves, and then a really nice. Sol, basically your Bitcoin copy. There's anything here, you're just long above that. Ripple, really trading. This is kind of shit. Actually, there's one more I wanted to show. Crypto, it's BCH. Peter Brandt posted this one, and it's an awesome setup. So I'll walk through it. Major SR, and then we pushed up above, closed above, go, and I'll long this probably. Let's see. You can put your stop here, roughly, and then there's your target. Hype, I'm also long. Again, not my setup, but was one on my watch list, and I already had it charted. But this is my buy zone. This is my sell zone. Oops. So we'll see what I'm right on in the week, what I'm wrong on, and yeah, it's also an inverse head and shoulders, by the way. The first target would be. So yeah, hopefully it's a good week. I mean, those are all my plans. I don't know what's gonna happen because I never know what's gonna happen. But it'll be interesting to watch, and yeah. So hopefully everyone has a good week trading. Let me know what you're trading, and let's see if we can improve our skills and optimize our edge. All right, see you next time.